In this video series, I'm going to show you how you can use a free service called Animoto to create some promotional videos to promote your products or affiliate products. Now to start with, I'm going to take you on a run through how Animoto works basically, and then after that in the next video we will go through how to set it up so you can use it to promote an affiliate product or your own product. I'm going to use an affiliate product just in this example. Okay, so let's get started now. So it's really as simple as signing up first. Just click the sign up button and then go through and set up your account. As you can see, there isn't much to it. Email, a password, a little bit about you, where you live, your name, your age, zip code, whether you're male or female, and a promotional code if you have one. Sign up. It's as simple as that. Okay, when you log in, it'll go to My Account, and if you have any videos, they will show up in this spot. It also gives the status of videos, how many you have in your collection, how many you have from friends. Up here, you can go create a video, My Videos, which is where we are. You can go to the Music Lounge, which shows you the music clips that they have available. Just choose a genre, and then you can look inside there to see what they have as far as titles are concerned. Okay, so let's get right down to business. Let's go to create video. And then you can choose the type of video you want. Now, the 30-second videos are free, and as it says here, you get 12 to 15 images, and that's what we're going to use. You can also buy their service and do a full-length video if you want, and you can go for Animoto for business. We're just going to use the free one for now. So let's just do an Animoto short. And here are our steps. First, we need to pick our images. So you can upload them from your own computer. You can select from their collection, or you can retrieve from another site. And in here, you can pick which site you want to import your images from. So for instance, if we wanted to import from Facebook, we can click on that. And then we just continue here. And then of course we're going to have to sign into Facebook. And then it brought them in for us here. Okay, so we can just click retrieve. Click OK, and it'll bring them in. Okay, and as you can see, it has now brought our images in from Facebook. Okay, and we can click add more. So now we can pick from a different site or a different spot or upload them from our computer. So that's really what you want to do first, is find the images you want in your slideshow. Now you notice over on the right hand side here, it tells you how many images, the length approximately, so 10 seconds for 5 images, and of course our soundtrack we haven't done yet. Okay, so that's just giving us a status. So we just keep going here until we have our images in, and then we go to the next step. Now, if you go in, you can select from their collections, and then you can go in if you want into here, whichever one you're looking for, and then you can pick the images from in here as well. Okay, it shows a preview over here, and then you can just hold your control key down, and you can pick another one if you want to pick multiple images. Done, and it brings them in to your slideshow as well for you. And once you're in here, you can click on these and edit the ones out that you don't want in here. So let's do that. Down here you can delete. Okay, and then we can move these around to change our slideshow. And then of course you can rotate down here. Spotlight. If you click on these and click on Spotlight, it puts a special focus on the image when the slideshow is created. Okay, and then you can spotlight multiple images as well. So we can. Okay, and then delete and duplicate, of course, are self-explanatory. You can also use the text thing here, and then you can put text in there. So you have your main text or title here, and then some subtext you can put down here. Okay, so something like that. Click done. and then you can move that like so if you want the text at the front. And then of course at any time you can just click on it and you can change it the same way here. Okay, and we can click done when we have our images in here. We should probably have more images than that. We only have 5 images in here and a 12-second slideshow. But this is a good demonstration for us, so we'll click done. And now we can get our music. Okay, so we can select from Animoto's collection, or we can upload from our own computer. So let's just select from their collection here. Okay, so just pick the genre here. Let's go whichever one you want. Let's just try here. So you can search through here and you can listen to them to see if it's the one you want to choose. So you can go through the process of finding the one you like first, and once you have it you can select it. Okay, so you can click play and it plays it for you, and you can stop it here. This is just like a little player control, and if you want that one then you just click select and you're done. Or you can keep on looking through here until you find one that you want. I'm going to keep on going and find one that I want with this slideshow. Okay, so I found one I like here. I'm just going to select it. Okay, at this point gives you the soundtrack info, and we just save and continue. Okay, so here we can choose either Animoto short or full length video. We're just doing the short because we don't want to pay for it. The speed, we can go half speed, full speed, or 2 times speed. Okay, and then video cover screen. So you can pick which one you want to use for the cover. Click continue. Here you can put the title and description, and the producer name comes up as your own name, but you can change that if you want. We'll just fill this out and create video. Okay, this takes a little while, but it will email you when it's done, so you don't have to sit here and wait for it. So you can go right ahead and make another video if you want. Just click another one, and it keeps on rendering for you. Email will show up when it's actually done. Okay, so when it's done, you can play it through, check it out. And then you also have your toolbar here. Let's go to the video toolbar. And from here, you can do a remix. If you want to change it, you can edit it and then do a remix. We can do a new video or delete it. We can share it, and this is where we can send it to our friends or whatever on email. We can create a greeting card out of it. We can embed it in a blog or a website, and we can export it to YouTube. We're going to get to these things a little later. Okay, so now you know the basics of using Animoto. In the next video, we're going to go through how to set up a promotional video for an affiliate product. Now we're going to go through the process of creating a promotional video. I'm going to use an affiliate product. So let's go and find something here. Let's go with money and employment and home business. We'll sort by high gravity. This gives us the best-selling products with the lowest refund rates. Okay, let's just click go. Now what we want to do is we want to check out the pitch page. So let's just take the first product here. Okay, so here's the pitch page for ClickBank Pirate. What we're going to do is we're going to look through here, and of course we're looking for images that we can use in a promotional video. So the first thing I'm going to want to see is an ebook image or video image or whatever it is, some sort of product image. Okay, so here's one here. So what we're going to do is we're going to save this image. So we'll do a save image as, and then we'll save it to a folder on our desktop. Okay, so ClickBank Pirate, and we'll save that. Okay, so now we have some art that we can use in our video. Also, we can get some other images off here if we want. Just save any images you see for now, and we can decide later which ones we want to put in the video. Okay, so let's go through, save pretty much every image on the page, and then we'll sort through them when we go to make our video production. Okay, so I have all my images stored. Now I should mention that you probably should get the permission of the author of the product to do this. Usually they don't mind as long as you're using it to promote their product, but it's not a bad idea to drop them an email and tell them what you want to do. Almost all of the time they're going to say yes because you are promoting their product. They're not really going to care that you're using it for that. Okay, so now we have these all in a folder. Let's have a look. Okay, so you can see the images that I chose here. So what we can do now is we could go and edit the images if we want, so that we can put a message on the images that maybe not on there now. And this is optional, of course, but let me show you how to do it. What we're going to do is use a program called paint.net, and it's a free image manipulation program. So let's open that up. Okay, so here's the program. Now what we want to do is we want to import one of our images. So what we're going to do is go to Layers, and then we're going to import from File. So click on that. Okay, and then let's pick which one we want here. Just an example. You bring this one in, and now what we can do is we can add a new layer. And now on this new layer we can put anything on top of this we want, and it will cover whatever's there, or will add to it. That way we can brand it if we want to brand it, or we can do whatever we want really by blanking out or adding to part of the image. Okay, so you can use these tools over on the left to do what you want. Now what we're going to do is we're going to crop to selection. In other words, the whole image is the size of this whole white background, and we want to crop to the selection. As you see, our background here is selected, so what we want to do is go into Image and then crop to selection. Now let's say we want to take this opt-in form off for this image. All we have to do is first let's go to the color picker. Well, actually let's make sure that we have the proper layer chosen, which is this squeeze one layer. The reason we do that is so that we can choose the color here, and I'm going to show you. If we go to the color picker, which is this right here, click on that, and then we go inside the background color here and we click, and notice over here that it changed the color to this background color. Now if we didn't select that layer, if we were on this layer and we choose here, you'll see that it chose an opaque color there. So that's why we do that. So let's go back, and let's just switch. This just switches back between the two. We now have our color set. So the next thing we can do to blank that out is just do a rectangle select, and then we can select what we want to get rid of, like so. Then we can choose the bucket fill. So choose a paint bucket. We've already set our color. We go inside here. Now we go to the next, we go back to our other layer because we need a new layer to do this. And we just click in there, and then our opt-in form has disappeared. So now we can deselect again. And we have taken the opt-in form off of this particular image, and now we can put our own message in there. So if we wanted to tell them to click a link somewhere, we could tell them that here, whatever message we want. Okay, so let's do that. Let's put a message on here. So we choose the text. Next, we'll choose a color. Let's go with black. And you can expand this to choose other colors. You can choose to set up by RGB values if you want. Or you can pick from the wheel. There's lots of ways to get your color here. Okay, so we're just going to go with black though. Now all we have to do is just click inside here. It wouldn't hurt to do another layer. Just do everything on a separate layer, because then you can undo a layer without undoing all your work. Okay, so now we can just type our message in here. Okay, so say something like that, Click the link to the right to get the free report. And then when we have it on YouTube, you can put the link up over on the right hand side. And you can move it around like this until you have it where you want it. And that's an example of how to manipulate an image. That's just a simple example of using a couple of the basic features of Paint.net. There are excellent tutorials on Paint.net if you want to get into more advanced features as well. Okay, so once we have this, what we can do is we can save it. And if we save it as a Paint.net file, we can come in and manipulate it again, or we can just save it as a JPEG, and we'll just call it Squeeze 2 or something different, like so. Save. It asks us about the quality settings. Just leave that as it is. Click OK. We need to flatten the image. What this does is it puts all the layers together. Click on that, and our image is all ready to go. Okay, at this point we have all of our images selected, and we have them edited the way we want them. In the next video, we'll just continue with creating the promotional video. And what we're going to do is upload from our computer this time. Okay, and here are the images that we chose for ClickBank Pirate. Now you notice that they're not all showing up here. And that is going to be because some of them are not in the right format. If we go back and have a look, we have all of these images in here, but some of them are PNG images, and it doesn't know what to do with those. So what we need to do is convert those. So that's very easy to do. All you have to do is right-click on it, do an Open With, and we could choose Paint or Paint.net. Let's just choose Paint. Okay, and then when we have it in there, let's do a Save As, and then we'll just change this down here to JPEG. That's all we have to do. Okay, and save. And it's now a JPEG file as well. Okay, same with the other ones that were PNG. So this one, Open With, Paint, do a file, Save As, and then we'll just change it to JPEG. Okay, let's go back again. Now, you notice that on my computer I can see these extensions. You may not be able to if you don't have your computer set to see those. So what you can do instead, just right-click, select Properties, and then it's going to tell you what type of image it is here. So if you can't see it, that's how you can find it. Okay, so the CB card also, you need to open this with Paint. No, we did that one. Okay, and then coaching, we also need to do that one. So Open With, Paint, Save As, JPEG. Okay, and that should be all of them. Okay, now if we go back to Animoto again, do upload from your computer, now all of our images are showing up for us. So we can just hold down the Control key, grab them all. So we don't want that one, we want this one, like so. Okay, we bring in all of our images, it'll upload them for us. Okay, from here we have two different methods we can use. One is to have the pictorial method and just tell your story with pictures and background music. And the other method is to use your pictures but also use an audio soundtrack that you record. So first we're going to try and tell our story with pictures. Okay, so what you want to do is arrange the pictures naturally and take out any pictures that you don't need here. So we don't need this one, so let's just take that one away. So we just click delete down here. That one's gone. And now we'll keep that one. We'll put that one at the end. Okay, so there is our product name. And there is our membership. And these are people collaborating. The money. Let's put the money here. Showing the money. and then these are the people collaborating, and finally click the link. Okay, so this is going to be our little story here. Now what we might want to do is add another image in here showing something like success with an arrow between these two. So we can easily do that with paint.net again. Let's go to Google Images. Okay, let's just type in arrow. Okay, and then we want a right-facing arrow of some sort. We'll just go until we find one that we like. Okay, so say we want to use this one, just click on there. Let's look at the full-size image. And then we'll save this. And we'll save this into our, let's call it arrow. Okay, now you see it's a PNG image again, but that doesn't matter at this point. What we're going to do is open up paint.net again. And then what we'll do is do layers and import from file. Okay, bring an arrow. And then what we want to do is create another layer. And we'll do text. And then we can select the font up here if we want. Something like that. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll save as. This time we'll save it as a JPEG. Let's call it arrow. All right, now let's go back to Animoto. Let's add more. Let's bring in our arrow. Okay. Oh, we should have cropped the image there. Let's go back to here. Now let's go to image and crop the selection. Okay, there we go. Let's save it. Now let's delete this. Re-import it. As you see, if we don't do crop to selection, we get more image than we want there. So let's try this again. Okay, that's what we were after. Okay, so what we're saying here is ClickBank Pirate, a membership equals success, pointing at the money, and then we have a collaboration here. We might want to explain this one a little better. We could put equals happiness between this or something like that, or full support. Whatever you want here, we could put something in between there if we want, and then this telling them to click. Now the other thing we could do is edit this image in paint.net again and re-upload it. So let's edit this image with a message on it. Let's just do a new. Okay, and then we'll do a layer, and then we'll import from file. This time we're going to pick the collaboration here. Doesn't matter really. We'll pick the JPEG one. And then what we'll do is we'll switch to white for our writing. And right in the laptop here, we'll put whatever message we want there. Okay, let's knock the font down a bit. Something like that. So that's how you could put your message in there. And then let's do image, crop to selection, and save. make it a JPEG, and we'll call it support. In this case, we'll save, flatten, and done. Okay, now let's go back here. Let's add more. Let's pick support. Let's delete this one. And let's do that. Okay, we now have the slideshow part of it done. Next, what we want to do is add some music. Now, if we're doing a music pictorial, we're going to want just some simple music that doesn't really have any lyrics to it, just some background type music. So let's go to select, find something that's just mild background music. See if they find something in here. Okay, so you can find tracks like this in instrumental. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this coming back for you. I'll select that one. And we'll save and continue. Okay, and then we'll give it a title and CB Pirate, create video. Okay, and away it goes. Okay, and now it's finished rendering, so I'm just going to play it through here. You're not going to be able to hear the music, but you'll be able to see what the pictorial looks like. So let's play through. And there you have it. There is our promotional video. Now, if you want to use a voice soundtrack, you can go ahead and do that just by using Windows Recorder. Just record a message and put it in there instead of the soundtrack. Let's have a look here. Okay, so Windows has a sound recorder. So you can just use that, just do start recording, and it will record what you say. So you can go ahead and record what you want to say. So it should go along with your pictorial. Okay, so we're 29 seconds. We're going to stop the recording at 29 seconds. And then we will save it as something here. Okay, so we'll call it sound. And we're done. Okay, now if we go look in our folder that we have all of our stuff in for CB Pirate, we'll see here we have sound. Okay, so that's our soundtrack. Okay, now the problem here is that Animoto will only read MP3, and this is a WMA. So if you have some sort of an MP3 sound recorder, you should use that. If you don't, if you're just going to use a Windows one, you're going to need to convert it. And we have a free WMA to MP3 converter at wma-mp3.org. Okay, so you can just download that. There's a link to that within the resources document. So just download it and install it. Okay, and here's the program running. So what you want to do now is just click Add Files. Okay, here's our WMA file and CB Pirate directory that I have. Okay, and click Next. Click Next again. We don't care about the titles. And click OK. Let's just click Start. And the conversion starts. And it's converted. So let's view the output files. If we go in here, there is our MP3 file. Okay, so now we can go and continue on the Animoto side. So let's go back to Animoto. Let's go to our toolbar and edit. Okay, we're going to go past pictures there, and we're going to change the soundtrack. And we're going to upload from our computer, and there's our MP3. Okay, so it's bringing it in. Okay, so here we can fill in what we want now because we actually use something from our own computer. So we could put CB Pirate or whatever we want here. And under artist, you just put your name, save and continue. Okay, and then continue. Create the video. And it'll go and render it again now. Okay, now it's done rendering. So if you were to play this now, it would look exactly the same, but it is going to play the soundtrack that you recorded. Actually look a little bit different because they render a little bit different every time as far as the picture effects are concerned. Okay, so those are the two methods you can use to make your slideshow presentation with Animoto. In the next video, we're going to go over some promotion techniques for these videos. Okay, in this video we're going to go over a couple ways we can promote our promotional videos. Now you'll see here that it has created a copy of each one as we changed it. So this is our original with the music, and this is the one with our soundtrack. So you always have the ones you created previously in here. So let's pick the one we want to promote. So we'll just pick this one here, go to play. And then we'll go to the video toolbar. The first and easiest thing to do, of course, is to export it to YouTube. Okay, now the code that you get with these videos is a script code, so you can't actually get the source to the video. So you're going to have to use this type of tool. So we'll do an export. You begin your export here. We need to authorize access to our account. So allow access. And of course, you need to be signed into your account. If you're not, it's going to ask you for the sign in. I was already signed in. Okay, so here it goes. Okay, so it's been exported. You can go to YouTube. Okay, so here's a video now. Now, what we're going to want to do is change the description over here, and this is where our link is going to be. So let's go to My Videos, and then we want to edit. Okay, and now what you want to do here is put your link in to CB Pirate. Now, it's a good idea to use a domain name that you own rather than trying to put an affiliate link here, because most people are going to see through that. So the best thing to do is to buy a domain name that's something like CB Pirate or something like that, so that you can just direct them to that domain. Or you can buy a short domain of any name and just use that here. Okay, so I purchased a domain name called reviewonvideo.com. So what I would do is set up a redirect in here to my ClickBank hop link. So we just find redirects. Okay, so then we just put the name of the redirect in here that we want to use. So we could say CB Pirate. And then over here we put our hop link in there. Okay, there's my ClickBank hop link. And we just click add. And our redirect is there. Okay, so you can see it down here, CB Pirate. Now if we go back to YouTube. Okay, so now we're going to change in YouTube the things we need to change, such as our description. So we have some description there, as well as a link to our site with HTTP on the front of it. That way it's clickable when people visit our video on the YouTube site. I also added some tags there, and we can change the thumbnail here if we want as well. And that's all I really changed here. I'll just save the changes. And now let's go have a look at the video. There's playing. And over on the right hand side here, there's our clickable link and description. And that's what we were trying to accomplish. So people can click on this link. It goes to our site with our affiliate link intact. Okay, and you can make sure your affiliate link is intact by just going to where the payment link is. Click add to cart or whatever it is, wherever the payment link says. If you roll to the bottom, you should see your affiliate ID there like that. Okay, so that concludes the YouTube part of this. Let's look at another option we can use. Okay, now the other tool that's available to us is this embed tool. And what we can do here is embed it on our site. So what we'll do is we will embed it on our blog and drive traffic to our blog in other ways. So all you have to do is grab the embed code and just pick what size you want it to be at. So let's pick a size here. And then all you have to do is just grab this code, copy, and then we can go to our review site or to any blog, or we can set up a Blogger blog. We can post it on any website we own actually, and it'll show up there. And we just put our affiliate link there or our link to our review, and we're all good to go. Okay, so for instance, if we were going to post it on our WordPress blog, we could just put the title in here. Okay, and then what we would do is we would post our video down here. So first we could put a little blurb in here, and then we could put our video in here as well. Okay, so something like that. And then what we would do is we would go to HTML because our video is in HTML. So let's just paste that in there. Now, leave a space and just key this string of letters in. Ampersand NBSP allows you to leave multiple spaces. So another space and ampersand NBSP. And then we could put our affiliate link in here. So let's click link. And here we will put our domain name that we're using. Okay, so something like that. And then at the end of this, we have to put some text. Okay, just like that. Okay, so we're going to save it. Now let's do a preview. And there it is here. WordPress didn't like our NBSPs there, but whatever. Okay, so anyway, there is our link down there, and here is our video that will play on our blog. So just in the usual ways, drive traffic to your blog using social networking and article marketing, any other methods that you usually use. Okay, so that concludes the video series on creating promotional videos using Animoto.